We have a major injury update around Josh Giddey, and we're going to be talking about how this is going to impact the Chicago Bulls moving forward this season. This is your host, Rico Greenhowe, and you have found yourself on another episode of Bulls Digest. And so today, we're looking at the most recent news around Josh Giddey, and I must say that it is a positive injury update, as Josh Giddey is saying that it's going to be day to day, but he is going to miss some time. And so we're going to be talking about now, how do the Chicago Bulls adjust with Josh Giddey being out? And so before we go ahead and jump into the content for today, I wanted to first remind you here that 72.8% of you that watch are not subscribed to the channel. So like Modest Buzelis does in games, make sure that you go ahead and you slam dunk on that subscribe button, as it means a lot to us here at Bulls Digest as we try to reach our end of the season subscriber goal. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the content for today. And so you can find this article on sportsillustrated.com. I like it because it does have the quote of what Josh Giddey had to say, and it has a brief video clip too of him speaking to the media. And so this is what Josh Giddey had to say. This is just paraphrasing this quote. And so this is him talking to the media, saying that, look, I thought it was a lot worse. And he's saying that he's done this a number of times, probably the most pain that he had from a rolled ankle. He's saying that, look, he's very fortunate that it wasn't as bad as I originally thought, and he's happy that it turned out the way that it did. It's kind of day to day now, but obviously I'm not playing tomorrow, hoping to get back on the court here relatively soon. All right, so we see it right there from Josh Giddey. He is saying that, look, he anticipates this being a day-to-day thing. He's hoping that he can get back out there very soon. And look, I mean, Josh Giddey, look, he's been super impactful for the Chicago Bulls this season. I think that, look, he's playing very well on both ends of the floor. In fact, just when we take a look at the numbers right now, look, man, he's been on a tear. He just really has been on a tear. You see that the numbers have been improving. This is his season totals at 13.8 points a game, 7.7 rebounds a game, 6.7 assists a game. But more importantly, you see the field goal percentage. Look, he's at 46%, and he's at 37% from three. And I think these numbers are definitely going to be trending upward once he gets back to the court. And when you just look at the impact here of Josh Giddey and just, what he's doing, like on the offensive end, what I've loved most is just, man, I think he's doing a great job as far as getting defenders off balance and drawing the contact. I think that the game is really slowed down for him, and he's just either finishing the play or he's drawing the contact and maybe in sometimes getting and ones, and he's finishing at the free throw line. So he's really making defenses pay, and it's almost look, it's just like hitting a three-point shot, especially when you're getting and one plays. And so I think that Josh Giddey has done a great job there. And when you talk about the game slowing down, that's good too, because he's had to take, I think, a little bit more of an expanded role. I think he's been our best player since Zach Lavine has exited due to the trade, and I think that he's ran with it. And so he's doing a great job offensively, and it's not, to the point where it takes away from other players. He's still doing a great job as far as table setting out there from the assists, and he's still getting the rebounds. And I think defensively, the effort level has been there. You see that it's just a lot better. He's either getting good contests or at times he's gotten some block shots. And so I like the fact that he's using his length, and he's also fighting a bit more over screens and things like that. So both ends of the floor have been very good. And so with that impact not going to be there, the question is, what do the Chicago Bulls now have to do in order to really make up, for Josh Giddey in the absence? And so, look, I think that this is definitely going to be a team effort. I think that, this really goes into what Billy Donovan was talking about yesterday, which we're going to jump into in a moment. But, just as far as the backcourt right now, I think that this is really going to, put, even more pressure on a guy like Tre Jones. And I think that this is a time where Tre Jones can really step up. And I think, man, he's already, I think, earned another contract for sure. Is it with the Chicago Bulls? We'll see what happens with the roster situation. But, with Tre Jones, look, I think that, the thing about him and what he does is I think he does a great job as far as going out and just making winning plays. And it reminds me a lot of Lonzo. And so I'm not saying that he's Lonzo Ball. I'm not saying that at all. But both players, man, just have a knack to really just go out and make winning plays. And he's scrappy, a lot like Lonzo Ball. And so I think now he's going to have the ball in his hands a little bit more. Maybe the minutes do increase. And I just like the fact that he can be impactful and not really, just be huge in scoring. Because if I look at this last game stat, this was off the Indiana Pacers game. Look, he had 8 points. He had 8 assists. He had 3 rebounds. He had a block. He was plus 25. And he was 4 of 12 from the field. He was 0 of 1 from downtown. That was in 34 minutes. And so, look, this guy is still a positive. Defensively, I've said this before, there's not teams that are out there hunting him defensively because he holds his own. And then when he gets to the lane, he is terrific as far as finishing against bigger players. And he is great at just handling contact. He's very crafty with the layups. And you love the fact that he is terrific off the ball. I think that has been like a huge addition to the Chicago Bulls with his ability to just cut off the ball and even just relocate. I think I saw one play where Coby White was drawing defenders and he just put himself in the perfect position to knock down the shot. And it was the shot that he missed from the corner from downtown. But it was a perfect rotation that you want to see offensively from your players off ball. And so I expect to see some more of that from Tre Jones. And then, Tre Jones is going to have to step up along with Coby White in his backcourt because the biggest void is assist. And that's what you're going to miss, with Coby White. When you look at the numbers, look, Coby White's at 4.5 assists a game. And so I think that he's going to have to step it up along with scoring, along with Tre Jones. I think both of those guys are going to have to. And then Tre Jones is at 3.7 assists. And then you have Vooch at 3.3 assists. And so we've talked about this a little bit. Vooch is a very good passer, I think, for a big man. But this is going to be huge. The backcourt and the bigs are going to have to step up as passers now and really create for one another because you don't have Giddey, you don't have Ayo, and you don't have Lonzo Ball. And so that is what I'm talking about as far as stepping it up with the assist. And then when it comes down to the rebounds, this is really playing into what we were talking about yesterday with this double bigs. I think that, look, Billy Donovan is going to have to now do something that maybe he doesn't feel comfortable doing, and that is playing the double big lineup. I think that when you look at the rebound totals right now, look, Jalen Smith is behind Josh Giddey with 5.6 rebounds a game. And then Zach Collins, he's ahead of Josh Giddey with 8.5 rebounds a game since he's joined the Chicago Bulls. Then you have Vooch at 10.8 rebounds a game. And so, look, that suggests that Billy Donovan is going to have to trust the double big lineups. You're going to have to utilize Vooch, Jalen Smith, and then also to Zach Collins a bit more, and just trust that these guys are going to be able to figure it out. I'm not saying that they have to play extended minutes, but Billy Donovan is going to have to stagger these guys in because, look, the guards that he likes to rely on the most, look, they're not there due to injury. And so now we get a chance to see what type of adjustments that Billy Donovan is going to make. And then you're talking about players that I think have earned some minutes. I said this before. Look, Jalen Smith is not a player that should have been out of the lineup in this last game. I think now you have to throw him out there. So let's see what the Chicago Bulls are going to do. Anyway, let me know in the comments here. Do you think that the Chicago Bulls are going to go with the double big lineup? Is that going to help us as far as rebounding and assisting the basketball? Keep in mind the last time that, Zach Collins was out there, his minutes were cut, but he also had 6 assists. And I've talked about him being a very good passer from the dribble handoff situation. And so he helps you there. And then also, too, do you think that, yes, it is going to be more of an effort from Tre Jones and Coby White to now step it up in the backcourt, along with players like Julian Phillips, Dalen Terry. And so I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. And as we always say, go Bulls, and I will see you on the next one. All right, peace.